waiting for us to get live streamed on YouTube, and we are streaming in both YouTube as well as on LinkedIn. Okay, fantastic. Today's episode is going to be very special because of two reasons. Number one, here I have my companion who is there to greet you good morning. This is Snowy. And number two is about today's topic and the guest with us. Today's topic is how to choose your coach. Very unique. And in order to decode this, we have someone who has gotten trained by multiple coaches, who has coached a lot of people, and every single one who got coached from him, they say that he's the most energetic coach they have ever seen. Help me welcome Dr. Suryadeep to our 8 a.m. coffee and communication today to help us understand how should we choose our coach. Hi Surya, welcome. And today I want you to throw us some clarity on what makes us get the transformation that we are looking for in terms of whatever we want to achieve and in terms of getting that coaching, choosing that coach, and how do they impact our life. Over to you.
When you were introducing me as a coach, I'm thinking, me, coach? What's happening here? Is someone else coming? So, I mean, yeah, of course, we have positioned ourselves a coach because of the enormous growth of the training and coaching industry. But at this point of time, I don't really like to consider myself as a coach just yet. And by the end of this episode, I'll tell you why. And the interesting part here, you introduced us to Snowy, you introduced us to me, you also introduced us to a very important, you forgot to introduce us to a very important point that today we didn't really have any topic. And that's why today's topic is going to be a big surprise. Now, my intention for every single one of us watching this and participating in this is that this episode should be the greatest eye opener that you must always have. And from time and again, you will come back to this episode to get the insights. So buckle up your seats. Here's what we are going to go through. By the way, Yogeshwari also still doesn't know. So this is what I'm revealing for the first time. Over a period of time, the last 6 years to be precise, 2019 is when I invested in my first ever coaching program, purchasing a course on Udemy or signing up for any of those courses or a community or any of those things. 2019, this is 2025 getting over. Since then, we've had certain learnings. Why did we even want a coach? What were the problems that we were facing? All that is what we're going to cover in the first part of today's session. The second part is when we will decode to you and complete a raw, unfiltered format without taking any names, obviously. Complete, we don't want to spill any beans here. The experiences that we've had being a part of a cumulative 67 communities, following more than 60 plus coaches and mentors is whom we have been following. 67 communities we are a part of. And how do I know that? Because I always have the login credentials and all sorted out in a very, very nice order. The third part, of course, we'll be sharing our lessons and learnings of what has been the patterns that we observed, both as a student as well as wearing the coach's hat as well. The third very important part is how do you understand whom to choose as a coach? Where should you even start? What are the things you need to keep in mind? What are the mistakes that we did which burned a lot of money for us? And what can you learn from it? And finally, based on the entire experiences that we've had over the last 6 years, as a coach, being a part of communities, managing communities, hosting sessions, being a part of communities and learning also as a coachee, what are the things that we are implementing, the goods and the bads both? How are we negating the bads and working more on the good stuff? So this is the agenda for today, is what I have in mind. Yogeshwari, I'm literally putting you on the spot right now, because you were not even didn't have any idea about the topics as well. So are you nervous? Are you getting goosebumps? Are you excited? What's going on in your mind right now?
I'm surprised and I'm looking forward for the entire conversation. I had certain perspectives, certain experience in terms of getting coached by a couple of coaches. And I have love hate relationships. Few I love them, few I hate them, few it's neutral, okay, they did what best they can do, and all of those things. But this conversation, the way that you have decoded into 4 layers, and I'm very particular to get to know the details of each layers. And this is going to be, as you said, an eye opener for not just for me, for every single one who is watching. Why should they choose? What are the experience that they can expect, and how to go about and choose, and how to get their transformation? Fantastic. I'm all in. Let's go forward.
So if we just recall back for both Yogeshwari and I, somewhere deep down we knew that we wanted to improve our communication skills. She's an MA in English. I didn't even know how to speak in English properly. Now, obviously, you can go for a Udemy course. And the way that I would do is, I think Yogeshwari has mentioned this in one of our lives. I've mentioned this in my live as well. The only place where we used to go and get all our problems solved is either Google or YouTube back then. But then, as we were searching on these different platforms, the platforms back then we didn't know. The platforms got to know that, oh, Suryadeep and Yogeshwari has communication skill problem. Is there anyone in this world who is helping to solve communication skills problem? Let let me create something that will directly reach out to Yogeshwari and Suryadeep. And that's how we got introduced to the first ever program which we paid to join. Now, that is how we got introduced to our first ever coach or mentor. Of course, for me, I did purchase Udemy courses, but Udemy courses were more of one-sided. Like there are videos, you just have to learn and that's it. YouTube videos, same thing. Google, you can read a lot of stuff, blogs, articles and all. But this was something very unique. You can literally interact with the person who is teaching across different sessions. So that was the kickstart. Now, Yogeshwari, I want you to help us understand when you joined, what were the problems that you were going through? How did you get introduced to that particular coach and community? And what unfolded after you joined?
It was during pandemic in the middle of October, September actually, and I was looking to improve my own personal development. So I was pursuing my national eligibility test. I was preparing for that, and once I have completed my preparation, I had given my exam. No, even before I gave my exam, I was searching in the internet. How can I improve my speaking? How can I improve my English? How can I improve my overall personality? These were the things that I was curious about, and I was going through so many videos. I was literally considering YouTube to be a library of resources where every single day, that's when I believe Geo was also there, so unlimited internet. I kept on watching a lot of videos. That's when I got introduced to a coach who said, who literally spoke to my mind. Hi, you're going through this is how you can work on, and if you want to learn more, join this. So I paid and I joined. 3 hours was a full blown masterclass. I was blown over. I thought, wow, how could someone keep an entire online audience this hooked? And I made my mind as I was primed, prepared, I was expecting. I made my mind, I allocated that time. I sat for the entire 3 hours. I took notes. And at the end, the person invited me to join the community. Again, making an investment. That was the last few pennies that I was having, and I paid them as well. I paid them as well, and then I joined. That's how it all started. And then slowly it grew, things changed. I got multiple experiences, but that was the starting.
So now I've given you my side, Yogeshwari has given your side. Now let's look at the coach's side. And that's what we're going to continue to switch, okay, back and forth. Now, think about it, okay? Someone has paid money to find out that Yogeshwari and I have been searching across YouTube, Facebook, and all these platforms to work on our communication skills, public speaking skills, how to improve, what to do, what not to do, all of those things. And just because we were going into all these different platforms, these platforms has our data, our email ID, our phone number, and all those things. Because at the end, we sign in also into those platforms, right? So those platforms allows whenever any of these coaches are running an ad which targets such people who really need these stuff, that's when they reach out, and that's when we sign up and we attend the session. The objective obviously for the coach is to learn and inspire and share something. And as Yogeshwari mentioned, it was a 3-hour masterclass in depth on communication skills. For me, I didn't even watch any of the masterclasses. I watched the masterclasses after joining the community. I got this little, we scroll different websites on Google. So I was just scrolling some website, and there I saw communication course bundle offer. 22 communication courses, lifetime access. So the lifetime access was catchy for me because I was in college. And that's how I signed up. Now, that's how this, as students, we got in. But then we got in with certain expectations. Now, Yogeshwari beautifully nailed it down, how to speak, how to organize your thoughts. And of course, that is exactly as she pointed out, were the pain points that were described as he was approaching to sell his community. He was telling the programs that are a part of this bundle, the community you're going to be a part of, lifetime access, all upcoming courses, upgrades, and every single thing that you will have. You can make videos, all those different things was given to us, which involved action steps from our end, but also the overall community support, and then him conducting different sessions as well. So just because we felt that it was valuable based on whatever he shared and whatever examples and case studies and all he gave, that's why we joined. And once we joined, we started experiencing the community. So now my question to Yogeshwari again, you beautifully spoke to us about how did you got in. Once you got in, how was that experience?
The experience was well crafted for any newcomer. Community was extremely active, so much of fire, so much of activities that were going on. I came in and I saw that the courses were beautifully laid out, in fact. Introduction, what to do next, and then the 21-day challenge, and how to approach that. And it's not just about the course, it's also a community experience, as Surya said, where we were a part of a lot of like minded people who were taking actions. That was the fantastic thing about the community, where every single one of them, they were making videos, they were commenting on each other's videos, helping each other to grow. When I saw, I felt like, wow, it feels like I've come into a world where everyone wants to learn, everyone wants to help. There is no competition as such, and everyone is genuine. Like they have their interest, which is I want to grow, and I grow with others who would want to grow. As simple as that. No other agenda. And then the coach, he nicely integrated multiple aspects. He had a challenge. Everyone was focusing on the challenge, doing the task. And the challenge ended with a grand night of final round of competition, prizes, and followed by that, okay, you have achieved this one step, which is speaking, the next step, which is earning money through that. So nice integration, and that made me feel like this is the space that I want to be in and I want to grow. I also want to become one of them. a coach. Now, here is what something went off. Now, a skill which is learning, it can be implemented, it can be learned within a particular time because it's possible to learn. 30 days, 60 days, constant practice, feedback, absolutely possible. The next step, which is earning money through that. Now, earning money through that, when the coach introduced it, the major problem was full details were not given. And that's when later I felt that this is not how it's supposed to be. Because I will reveal that one at a time slowly as Surya keeps moving forward, but I want to stop here. At the beginning, for the first 4 months, my experience was out of the world. I felt this is the best place I can ever be if I want to grow, and I did grow. But later, when things moved forward, the next level opened up, and that's when difficulty started, which I'll share a little later. Over to you, Surya.
Let's again put the hat of the coach right now. He wanted to build a business by helping people. So the way that he wanted to help people is, okay, if you join my community, you'll have lifetime access. Now, the lifetime access includes everything that I have learned. I'm going to give you all the courses. Challenges are there. You can participate in the challenges, and if you participate, you will win awards. The whole community will get to know you. Everyone started participating together. Every week he had, I think, up to 4 sessions also a week. He's just meeting all the members in either some mindset session, skill set session. There's some contest related stuff, and it just kept improving and improving as the months progressed. But what I remember is the first 3 months were the best, because that's when I was actually one of the winners. I won it twice, that entire contest. In fact, I got the prize money of 20,000 rupees. It was crazy. And that definitely felt good. So now, if you really try to understand that the success of a coach's journey is not really whether he gets people into his program or his community or not, but the results that his students are able to achieve, the experiences that they are having. And it's not just about the testimonials or interviews or the case studies and the so-called reviews and all that you see all across social media or all those pages, right? It's the genuine, heartfelt experience. And that, I'm sure, as human beings, whenever we watch a video, we know whether this person was being told to say that or they actually went through it. We can feel that and sense that, isn't it? But let's look at the other side of it. Is it humanly possible to conduct 4 sessions a week, monthly contests, without support? And that's where things slowly started to fall apart. And as he started getting these little results of people being active, he probably thought that, okay, now it's the time to expand the business and grow the business. I would want to help my most active performers, and let me see what I can do out of it in a way that it's a win-win-win for everyone. So then the next level of program is introduced, where right now you've paid so much, but if you pay this much, then I will be able to give you something more. Now, this, we are taking that first coach as an example, but we look at the next community that we were a part of, Yogeshwari, if you recall. Now, this community hails as probably the world's greatest community exclusively for trainers and coaches. And the same pattern was observed there as well, isn't it? So now I want you to open with us on how was it being a part of that community.
Now, here my brain compares. First community, when I was a part of, simple rule. One skill I will teach you, which is how to speak. As simple as that, and which is I want. I joined. The coach, he did it himself. So he knew how many days exactly will it take. And the best part is probably he learned somewhere or he read multiple books. Right now, in retrospection, after 5 years of putting whatever he taught into practice, I can eyes closed, I can tell you, no matter what happened after that, whatever he laid was the strong foundation. And from that foundation, we started building one thing after another, and we explored multiple coaches after that who are doing the same things, which is communication. And I also read a couple of books on communication. Every single thing boils down to the exact fundamentals what he taught. So that's when I understood probably he went through communication with proper training, or he read multiple books, he put all the pieces together, and then he found out, probably he tested it on himself, and then he found out, okay, these many days are more than enough. If this is the systems and process, it was very solid. The system and process was extremely solid. And that's when he promised a skill. I can say that almost most of them who were active were able to adapt the skill. At least Surya and I, the best part we did is I had that motivation and that fire to learn it. Surya has the very core, which is, if I'm part of any community, I will extract as much as possible, I will learn as much as possible from that community. Now that gave both of us, we both came together, and that gave both of us that, with that mindset, okay, we are here. We don't want to spend years and years staying in the same place. How can we quickly make it possible? And that's when we came together, we helped each other, we mentored each other. Whatever people were trying to achieve in 6 months, 1 year, we were able to do it in three months, because we were accountable to each other, constantly connecting. That took it to the next level, I would say. In fact, if I look back in the retrospection right now, there were a lot of people in the community. Few of them, they got great results on their own. Few of them, they are still trying. But Surya and I, we got massive results because of the accountability that we had each other. Now, coming back to my first point, which is, it's a single skill, proper deadline, and it's achievable. However, when it comes to the next level, which he introduced, which is making money, or the other coach that we were a part of, again, making money. Now, making money is not a single skill, it includes multiple in depth skills as well as psychology, mindset together. It's not a single skill. And the worst part is, you cannot make money when you are desperate. Surya and I, Surya, he just finished college at that time. I left my job and I was doing my studies for my national eligibility test. Pandemic happened. I couldn't get a job because all the colleges got shut down. Worst possible time to get a lecturer's identity. All the colleges got shut down for almost 2 years. So we both need money. Now, the biggest problem about money is you cannot chase money. You cannot be desperate and be abundant at the same time. You cannot learn these in depth skills when you were looking to pick up the little pennies that were falling down. Now, this was a big gap that I saw. Again, communication, what we were told and what was the actual reality was very different. What were we told? You just pay this, you go through this, within 3 months, you will be on this, you will be able to earn this. We tried. And right now, at that time, we didn't realize why were we failing. Right now, I was able to see that we were desperate for money. Now, you cannot earn money when you are desperate for money. We didn't have the right skill set and mindset. The actual skill set of marketing psychology, the actual skill set of sales, the actual skill set of being proud about what you have and selling it like anything, the actual skill set of where to approach, the actual skill set of networking, the actual skill set of running a Facebook ad. Oh my God, I tried that once and that was the last time I tried that. Even now, I'm so scared to go through that because majorly because all the platforms are constantly upgrading, everything is changing, and the courses were recorded many years back. When they teach, they show a dashboard. When I open the same dashboard on my screen right now, it's completely different, and I'm wondering where is it? So, first of all, the communication was completely different. It's making money is not something you can do it just like that because you need multiple skill sets for that. Now, there were people who were getting results. I don't deny that. And after having a thorough reflection on why they could and we couldn't, these are the possible reasons that I were able to come up with. Either they had the money, as simple as that. Whatever they couldn't, they could outsource. Or they were in that field for a long period of time. So they had the credibility. They had the results. When they open up their mouth, they can say that I helped these many people, gotten these many results. Here are the proof. Obviously, trust is built. Or they had the uh, the mindset which we lacked at that time. I take blame. The mindset to sit down and do every single thing that is being told, I gave up multiple times because it's too complicated for me, too technical for me. Now, that's when I felt okay. So, this is not how it is shown, how it is said. That's the difference that I faced once the rosy phase is over.
Now, there's a specific reason why I asked Yogeshwari about just the first community that we joined and then the second community that we joined. What followed for the next 65 communities, the same patterns are repeating. So that's why we will not go in depth into each of those 67. I'll tell you the overall bit of it. Now, even before we decided to choose a coach, the very reason that we joined their sessions or tried to check what they were doing is because we were facing some problems. And we were able to understand that we were facing some problems because somewhere consciously or unconsciously, we knew about our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. You can reverse the order as well. We knew the threats that was rising, pandemic was going on, the opportunities we were missing out on, and what are the things that we need to learn, the weaknesses that we have, and finally, there are these little strengths that we know that has only got us this far. That is why we need help, but we don't know whom to ask. Parents, I mean, they're not in the same situation as us. Relatives, not good enough. Friends, they are also facing the same challenges. So whom do we ask? And that's why we want a coach. But then the due diligence is what we did not do. And we will be discussing about that in the third part of the session itself. Now, here's a very interesting thing, Yogeshwari, question to you. In that second community, of course, by the way, please note that whenever I'm using any of these terms anymore, first community, second community, please note that these are exactly the patterns that you will find across any communities that you join, whether India, whether abroad, any community will have plus minus these patterns. And we will also guide you through by the end on how to choose the right community and the right coach for you. That's my promise. Okay. That's my intent. Okay. Yogeshwari, when we joined that community, we had already been aware about the the coach because we did the research, as in something that we both love to do. We watch their YouTube videos or the stuff that they've done, the success stories, those those interview and case studies with the successful students and all. And in that community, there was a path that was laid out. Like, this is the path that you need to, this is the learning path, this is the implementation path, all of those things. These are the people who followed it and got the results and all of that. And yet, to a certain extent, we also got results. However, we didn't do everything that he said. We did it as per our financial bandwidth. Because in order to set up a coaching business, again, the problem that we faced is, the first problem was we didn't know how to speak. We joined that community, we learned how to speak. Now we want to make a career out of speaking itself. And we want to become a coach, as Yogeshwari rightly pointed out. So we joined that community. Yet all the things are given to us, but still you are saying that there was things not informed to us clearly. Can you expand on that a little more so that we can get a little more clarity on this? What were not communicated clearly, and what do you think could have been done? And as a student, what were your immediate experience? Although you did highlight the technical skill of running the Facebook ad, but just want you to elaborate this on this a little bit more.
So first of all, coming to the communication gap, I honestly believe that when I look for a coach, right now at least, I would want the coach to tell me, if I join, what is the money commitment, overall money commitment, so that at least I'll be prepared. What is the time commitment? What is the mindset commitment? Now, yes, money, time are external factors. But when it comes to mindset, that's an internal factor. What I felt even now, those coaches, maybe they are right, because few of their students, they are getting the results. And I don't blame them completely. They are right in whatever they are doing because they are helping people. Their intentions are right. But when it comes to mindset, there is something called, at least especially for me, Surya would get annoyed every single time I bring this up. At least right now, he is not getting annoyed. Previously, he used to get annoyed so much. There is something called alignment. What they are telling me to do, am I ready to do that? Do I align to it? Do I want it? Now, this is where I had a biggest block. The coaches, they were right. They are sharing the methods that they were getting results from. When I heard that, when they told me to do it, okay, if you don't have money, do this. Now, I don't even want to do that because that's not me. That's not me. It might be right for you, for someone else. It's not me. Now, I want to touch upon this right now briefly and expand later when we talk about how to choose a coach. I just want to touch upon this. Choose someone after implementing whatever they are sharing. And for that, you need to get to know them on their social space. Watch their videos, implement whatever they are sharing. Only and only if you like their process, join. Now, I want to leave it here. We'll go in depth later with examples and everything. Now, coming to the other differences. When it comes to time commitment, money commitment, mindset commitment, and all of those things, I believe that it has to be clarified in that sales process so that someone can take emotional decision and so that someone can take a informed logical decision, not an emotional decision. Now, when it comes to emotional decision, what happens is what I expect may not be the same thing what you are offering. Or as a coach, if I'm pushing someone to take that emotional decision, what I offer may not be the same thing that you are looking for. Now, that's where I think the friction started. And yeah, first of all, money was a huge problem. We couldn't spend so much, which others have the capacity to. And then technicalities were a huge problem. There were times, multiple times, in fact, I got completely stuck. And I felt that I was alone. Yeah, I was a part of community. I could have reached out. Again, I had the mindset block that right from the childhood, asking for help is weakness. So I will not ask for help. Now, all of these things were multiple mindset blocks that I was going through that completely delayed the progress. Right now, if you're asking Yogeshwari, how are you doing it? I worked on all of those mindsets. I've seen people who approach others. I've seen people helping each other without any judgments, and I've lowered my guard. Now, if anyone approaches me, I'll be as helpful as I would want others to be for me. So, these were the challenges that I faced.
Couple of very, very important points to ponder upon here. And again, for Yogeshwari and me, both the points are pretty much same. It's amazing that you were able to organize them and put them out beautifully. Now, let's deconstruct that a little more and then we'll move to the next segment. What you just mentioned, that the stuff that they're teaching, it's not feeling that I'm not feeling aligned. Even though I tried doing it, I'm not feeling aligned. Now, yet everyone is asked to go through the same path. It's the same thing as what it was back in school only, isn't it? Everyone is forced to go through the same set of subjects, whether you like it or not. In here also, the same thing is going on. Now, I can understand if that comes down to, okay, if you want to learn English, you have to learn ABCD. And what if English is not even my language? Something to think about. And then what is even more important is that particular, uh, this is one of the side effects of the coaching industry, you can say, is people fall in love with their own product. The most successful ones and the ones who are actually creating impact, they fall in love with their ideal customer. If you fall with your ideal customer, you'll automatically want to think of what can I do to help my ideal customer. Now, that might include at times breaking things down a little more as well, or extending that helping hand in some additional manner, whatever it is. But the point is, there are gaps in the system which the student wants to tell. Either the points are not being taken into consideration, or there's no proper guidance being given, or the space not being created enough. For example, for me, I know that I'm very, very scared to show up in that community. And I've even mentioned that a couple of times to the community manager, but even the community manager also is pretty scary. As in, she's very sweet, but I find her scary. And that could be my patterns from the past that's showing up. But then if I get the space to open up, I will. And what makes it even more weird is we achieved certain success in that community. We got awards on stage and all, but then the next level turned out to be a block because, as the points Yogeshwari mentioned. And then after a certain point of time, she spoke about mindset. Mindset ceases to exist because you want to take action to get the results, but you're not even able to take the actions because you don't have the necessary tools and necessities, whatever it is required to make it happen. And yet, when you ask for help, they come down to mindset and all these things. There are times when I tried asking for help, but somewhere I felt that either I was not able to communicate my problem clearly, or they did not understand. Even before listening, only when you listen, that's when you understand. Even before listening, they wanted to give the answer. And that's again a side effect of the coaching industry. People are ready to coach you and give you all the gyan and advice and everything that you need without even listening and breaking down the problem. And it's all about, you know, go for this program, then go for this program, go for this level, go for this other cross culture collaborations and all, something that just it didn't really. And when certain things for people like Yogeshwari and I, when we feel like something is not right deep down, I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain, but I still try to do it. It ends up getting messed up anyway, because the gut, your gut is trying to help you. Your gut is trying to guide you through. Again, this is not the issue of the coach or the community. It's just the gaps that we are talking about, which creates these not no results coming in or something like that. So now these were pretty much the same similar kind of challenges. And again, it's all these little things that adds layers of trust or breaks and withers the layers of trust. So when you make a promise as a coach, and for some reason, whatever it is, we are not able to achieve it, then do people blame themselves or do they blame the coach? Any guesses? And that's where it's not that they are blaming, it's just that they're having a problem. All we have to do is just help them solve. Now there are AIs that has come in, AI version of it, calls and texts and all of those things, what and what not. But then somewhere something is missing for which we were not able to get the solution across the steps. I'll tell you right now, for example, we'll take one very simple example here. Niche. The riches are in the niches. 5, 6 years later, only now I feel, Yogeshwari, you and I have been able to kind of get a sneak peek of what the niche even means or what it looks like. 6 years, not from the community, but from the trials and testing of what we did. Yeah, please go ahead.
Here I'm tempted to add this. The major reason we took this long is not because whatever they're teaching is wrong. It's not because the process has gaps. No, they were absolutely right. The coach was 100% right. We were not able to do it majorly because we were not aligned. Our mindset was not aligned to what they were trying to communicate. To take simple example, Surya and I, we had a huge quarrel on this one aspect, which is niche. One product, one persona to address. And right now, in retrospection, I was able to understand the major reason that we were able to narrow down now is because of this particular conversation which I had with Surya, where he asked me, what do I do? I want to make content, but I don't know what to do, how to do, where to do, whom to do. Should I pick the niche? Should I not? Should I speak this? Should I not? I just told him, I just asked him, what do you want? And he said, I just want to talk. I don't want to restrict myself. Great. Don't think about anything. Just start talking. Surya, I believe you did start talking. Every single thing that came in your mind, every single thing that you have learned, every single thing that you have experienced for 49 days. After taking all of those things out, you saw who is getting attracted to you. And then you analyzed, why are they getting attracted to you? What do they want? How can you help them? And after that, you got into the conviction, great, let me speak to the one that is getting attracted to me. Let me speak what actually they want. Got a niche down. And here is where the gap that I see. It's not the process mistake, it's not the technique mistake, it's not the person mistake. It's just the mindset of solving problems. And the pattern that I see, parents, teachers, now coaches, the same thing, which is I have a system, it is battle tested, you need to follow. If you're not following, you are the black sheep. Either get out or stay quiet. Didn't we hear this from our parents? This is what is right and this is what is wrong. Now, when a child is over enthusiastic, running around, screaming, doing notorious activities, no one is ready to sit down with the child and speak to the child, ask the child, what do you want? No one is ready to do that. No one is ready to understand that the child is over energetic and the energy has to be taken somewhere out. The child needs space to run around. Create that space, no? Why are you shutting the child down? Why are you beating the child? Why don't you take the child to a ground, put on the gears so that you can let the child run, let the child fall, let the child exhaust the energy for the day, and then I can guarantee you that the child will not do any naughtiness. Simple as that. When a teenager is not doing what you are, like not following the societal norms, this, that, why don't you sit down and talk to the teenager? What are you going through? Please don't give advice at that time. Just ask, what are you going through? How can I help you? Give that insecurity, give that assurance that you have their back and they'll open up like anything. Now, coming to the education. When a child is not studying, why don't you understand that a child learns in a different way? It's not rote memory all the time. Few children, they are great at listening and learning. Few children, they are great at observing and learning. Few children, they are great at reading and learning. Multiple ways to learn. Recently, very recently, I'm ashamed to tell this. My ability to learn is 200% when I listen and observe. I can't read and then memorize. I used to wonder, why am I so average in school? Now coming to the coaching. Same process. Yeah, I'm an auditory learner and a visual learner as well. Same process when it comes to coaching. The process, the techniques, the methods may be right, but when someone is not aligned, instead of, I think a couple of times I was going through this experience personally for myself, and I saw Surya also went through the experience when we shared that we couldn't do this. We are finding challenges. And the community manager directly pointed out, okay, did you go through this? Did you did this? First do this and come back. They're not even ready to understand what are the challenges that we are facing. Now in coaching, what I felt is there could be a lot of mindset blocks because of the background that we come from. And that creates alignment problem. And when a process is being taught, when a technique is being taught, it cannot be the same process for everyone until they accept it. And everyone cannot blindly accept. Few of them, like Surya and I, we need conviction. We need to see it in practice. We need some learning curve to experience and realize that, yeah, that's the truth and this is how it is being done. And when we realize that, we go all out. Now for that, if we need that space to explore, giving that space is the best thing that can be done. Instead of telling, no, you have to narrow down the niche because this is where the money is. And even if you are not connected to it, aligned to it, you have to do it. Instead of that, I can assure that if Surya was given the opportunity to speak on whatever he wants, by this time he would have been a great coach with millions of followers. 5 years, 5 years back, had he started, just speak on whatever you want, connect with whomever you feel right, and that's when he'll know what he likes truly and what he doesn't like, whom he need to connect and whom he couldn't connect, and eventually he'll get attracted to the right thing that he is born to do. As simple as that. So this is where I see that the actual gap is when a student couldn't go through the process and get success. There is something that is stopping them. If they are ready, sitting with them and understanding what is that roadblock, helping them overcome that will be the greatest help that they could get. And they'll be ever grateful for that. And I think I'll remember whatever I spoke today a couple of minutes back, and I'll try to do it to every single one of them who's connecting with me. If they ever feel any challenges with Surya and I in Sunsden, please walk up to us. Please tell us on our face that your process I don't like, and this is the problem. I'm not getting results. Please tell us on our face. We'll be there to listen to you. We'll be there to listen to you. We'll be there to understand what do you want, because it's at the end of the day it's about you. It's not about us. We are not creating this course for us. We have gotten the result already. We are creating it for you. So that's where I wanted to stop.
I think we are at the perfect position right now to get into the third segment, which is how to choose your coach. Now, the couple of points, I think right now Yogeshwari is going to be completely on the blind because she'll be organizing. While I'm sure when she was speaking, a lot of you either have been taking notes or getting some bulb-ons. Please make sure that you write in. Personally, for me, at least whenever Yogeshwari speaks, I'm able to feel that my soul comes up with stuff which it has never come up with. And if you're feeling the same, it's your responsibility to note it somewhere, either in a book, notebook, mobile notes, whatever it is, because this next segment is going to help you nail down on that specific step. Even before you get into your identifying a coach, first, please make a detailed breakdown of where you are at. What are the problems that you are facing? Like, be very honest with yourself and have the stuff written down somewhere. Don't keep it deep inside and wait for these ads to pop up or a reel to come up, because these social media platforms know you better, far better than yourself. If you're not able to understand what problems you have, just go to your reel section on Instagram or your YouTube browse history, your search history, your video watch history. You will be able to analyze that. It's crazy how much you need to know yourself. Even bigger, create a master prompt for yourself. Go to ChatGPT or any of these platforms. Hi, I want to interact with an AI tool in such a manner that they will get to know me in depth and talk to me based upon where I am right now. Ask me every single question that you need to know me at a deeper level, the answers of which is going to help you understand me in depth. Give me minimum 50 questions, go. Now you'll get a list of 50 questions. Answer those 50 questions and send those, keep sending those answers or do it a voice record, whatever it is. You will have your 50 questions ready. You will get to know yourself far more. The moment you realize your problems, only then you start finding a coach to help you solve that specific problem. Now, even before thinking of a coach, there are multiple words here that you need to remember. And Yogeshwari, I would love to give you, I would like to ask your insights on the definition of these words. Okay, one is a coach, one is a mentor, one is a facilitator, one is a trainer, one is a teacher. So depending on your problem, if it's a skill related problem, you might just want to find out a teacher who is an expert in that skill will teach you that, or a trainer who is practicing it in their day-to-day life will be able to train you on that. A coach is someone who walks with you in the journey. He's ready to see what mistake you're making, whether you're, if I take cricket example, whether you're hitting the shot properly or not. How can you make that little 1 degree shift that can help you get those transitional changes, because they've done that over and over again. A mentor is someone who stays in touch with you no matter what. Facilitator is someone who just guides you, just gives you that space to practice. Yogeshwari, your thoughts on these 5 points, and then we'll move further.
Okay, I'll keep it simple. One word for one terminology. If you want theoretical knowledge, approach a teacher. A teacher reads a textbook, explains it to you in simple words. Will a teacher practice the same? I'm not sure. If you want someone to make that theoretical knowledge a practical knowledge for you, approach a trainer. A trainer practices that as he or she is practicing. They'll know the nuances. They'll not give you theoretical knowledge. No, they'll exactly tell you what you want, what you need to do, how you need to do. Simple as that. They'll not give you in depth reasons and everything. Now, if you want someone uh, who just gives you an experiential knowledge with certain tools and techniques, go to a facilitator. A facilitator arranges everything for you, will give bare minimum instruction, and will let you experience without any lecture. They'll not even give you heads up what to expect, what not to expect, nothing they'll say. They'll create that space. They'll put certain tools in that space. Recently, I have to mention her. I got connected on LinkedIn to someone called Swapna Jain. She is a facilitator, and I was following her posts and everything. That's when she is the one who made me understand what is facilitation. Until then, I was on a blindsided. So she said that they don't give any lecture. They don't give any what to expect, what not, nothing of that sort. They create that space. For example, let's just say if they want to train you how to get you out of your fear, they make you walk on the broken glass bottles. And there's a technique, there's a method. They make you do it, and then they'll let you experience it. They'll ask you, what did you experience? They ask you, what did you feel? What breakthrough you had? And what did you learn from this? How can you relate? They'll ask questions based on the experience that you have. That's what a facilitator does. This is in depth. You experience it, it becomes a part of you. It'll never leave you. Now, if you want someone to walk you hand in hand and mold your entire personality. Now, the only difference between a facilitator and a mentor, facilitator focuses on just one problem, breaks that open. One skill breaks that open. One experience breaks that open. But a mentor is someone who walks hand in hand, who works on your skill set, mindset, techniques, lectures you at times, beats you at times, thrashes you up and down, points question at you, pushes your boundaries, and gives an overall mentoring, molds you. A mentor will have a vision about you in their mind and they'll mold you accordingly. At the end of the program with them, they'll make you the person that they would want to see. That's a mentor. It's like complete surrender. You need to completely surrender over there. When it comes to a coach brings out what is inside you already by asking you questions. A coach doesn't give gyan, and a coach shouldn't give gyan. That's the thing. Shouldn't be giving lectures. Shouldn't be taking decisions for you. Shouldn't be telling what's right and what's wrong for you. The coach's job is to ask the right questions, hold the space for you where you can interact so that whatever is deep inside you can come out, bringing out the best version which is already there inside you. It's like peeling off the layers and revealing the gem inside you is the work of a coach, and they do it by strategic questioning. And there's one more terminology, Surya, you use that, which is uh, what questioning is that which the coaches use? One is strategic questioning, the other one is
Inquisitive.
No, it starts with intra only, but I'm not able to come up with it.
In I'm
Yeah, when I remember, I'll be sharing that. So these are the differences, and I'm glad I'm able to put it through. Previously, I didn't know all of these differences. I used to think everyone is same, every title is same. Yeah, thank you, Suvya.
crazy, right? How we are taking out things from us. You just got an example of a coaching here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, once these things are clear, now you've decided what are your problems and whom do you exactly need. Now, this is what I do. I search in Google, in YouTube, of the specific problem, and I see who are the people that's coming in the top of my list in YouTube. Because YouTube is the place where you are ideally supposed to find solutions. Now, let's just say, let's take one example. And because we are communication coaches, you will, not coaches exactly, but we help people in communication. I don't really like to put that stamp of coach on me yet. I'll tell you why a little later. So, we have mastered this one skill in our life so far, which is communication skills, that helped us improve our personal life, professional life. So the number one criteria for a coach is for him or her to give you value in the form of written books, videos, blogs, podcast, website, LinkedIn. These will be the areas where they will be active in. There is a possibility for you to reach out to them. When you reply to them, you write to them over social media and all, you get a response. And the best part is you can consume their content, implement, and see whether you are getting results or not. Only and only if you are getting results, only then it checks the first box, mind you, just the first box, whether whether you should have them as your coach or not. Now, ideally, what I personally feel is you should only have one, maximum two, maximum three mentors. Don't have multiple mentors. Mentor is someone who will be able to look at you and tell you exactly what button to push or what screw to tight and all, and if you fix that, everything works like magic. For example, I consider Yogeshwari as my mentor. Why? Every single time I have a problem, I come up to her and I tell her, she tells me, oh, she just tells me that go do this, and I do it, and then the next set of steps just opens up. When I come up to her and give her the result, she gets blown off. She doesn't like to take the credit, but it's what she has told me to do, and that's what a mentor does, will guide you on that very next step you need to take, and then that'll open up things. So don't have too many mentors in life. Now those mentors could be people you speak to, people you don't speak to. I have made a couple of custom GPTs as my mentors, uploading the best books of the best minds so that I can speak to them with that custom GPT. That's one of my mentors, and that's absolutely fine. Coach, however, stick to the skill and the problem that you want to learn or the problem that you want to solve. Skill that you want to learn, the problem that you want to solve. Your coaches should always be skill level coaches. You look at any of the big athletes, they'll have a conditioning coach, they have a strength conditioning coach, they have a rehabilitation coach. Similarly, your exact problem will give you the exact coach. And if they are really a coach, they will have so much of value packed stuff out there in YouTube. They will be active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the world's greatest professional networking site. YouTube is the world's greatest platform to build credibility in the form of such video-based content, which are eternal. Today, if someone tells me, Suryadeep, you're good at I mean, you tell that you're good at communication. I mean, can I get some kind of a demo or something? Please. This is our 58th live. Yogeshwari, anyone is asking her, can I get a demo? She'll keep forwarding those links of the lives that she has done. Are you able to see? And the beauty is the way we are doing it in such a manner that has to give you some form of a value, create that shift, bring that transformation. In fact, I will go up on record to say you don't even have to join my our speak to lead cohort. With the depth at which I've recorded just the first 3 and 4 lives in this entire episode, just go to the playlist, scroll down, and just watch it end to end. I've discussed everything that you need to know and how to practice, so you need not even join. However, if you want me to handhold you, that's what a coach does. That's when. The second checkbox is the coach needs to be fit, physically, mentally, spiritually fit. Like when you talk to them, it should feel like this person really is talking here, talking right here. And that cannot happen if that person is not fit. Now, is Yogeshwari and I fit? Not yet, but we are in the process. And the fact that we are going live every day, you will get to see our transformation in a couple of weeks, months from now. Fitness is such a big thing. Third thing, active listening. If they are ready to give you gyan, like anytime I see, recently I attended this retreat, and the people I met, 60% of them just giving me gyan. Suryadeep, you should do this, you should do that. I think you should do this, I think you should do that. Did I ask? If I want your advice, I'll pay for your advice. Because after a certain point of time, because we've heard so much of gyan, again, it's not their fault. They're saying it with all good intention, but it's just the way things are. We've got so much of gyan from parents, from professors, teachers, even friends. I mean, I'm at least done. I don't know about you. And last and the final point is there should not be any hesitation when you are doing your research on the coach. Even the slightest possible, like something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. Now, it took me right now. I started this journey in 2019. This 2025 is going to come to an end. I realized it now. Doesn't matter how many times the coaches says that, look, this is my success story. These many people have achieved success. I've transformed these many lives. Yeah, all that is fine, but how are you going to transform my life? Even if you have the slightest bit of doubt, which is completely unexplainable and the microest of the microcosm of a doubt, that person is not going to be your coach. Like, even if you sign up, you're wasting your time, energy, and money. I've tried this 67 times, and I think that's a pretty good number to let you know that whether it's right or not. By the time you come to that point, you will begin to realize, oh my God, back then something had told me that it is not going to work out. But then it's already too late. You've wasted your money, time, energy, so many things. Yogeshwari, are there any points that you would like to add from your end? What are the things we should keep in mind before we choose our coach?
I'll just stick to this one thing that I touched upon briefly in point 2, which is follow them on their social media page and see whether they are speaking about the mindset, skill set, their life, get to know everything. Now, an ideal coach for me will put out all the steps process for me to achieve on social media for free, which I have a couple of coaches like that. And that's why right now, Surya and I, we have decided that we are not going to gatekeep. We are going to give everything for free on live. If you don't have money, please don't join our cohort. Every day at 8 o'clock, I will be there sharp to train you. Just watch, go through. 8:30, Surya will be there to train you. Join, go through. If Surya and I come together, we won't talk about any skills. We won't talk about any techniques. We'll talk about mindset. Get your mindset sorted. We'll talk about what to look for, what not to look for, the way we came together right now. So, and we are also talking about our lifestyle. As Surya said, we are in the process of becoming the fittest version of ourselves. And we know that we are not yet the fittest version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves. And that's why every single day we are waking up at 4 o'clock. Going out, it is due. I'm protecting my ears, nose, and everything, but still we are stepping out, sweating, coming back, getting up with that energy. We are working on ourselves for us and for you. So one thing that I would want you to remember is, if you want to join someone, you need to ask yourself whether you are aligned to their mindset, aligned to their process. Whatever they are telling you to do, will you be able to do it? Do you have any restrictions? Do you have any mindset blocks? Will it work for you? If you go through their page, if you do what they're telling you to do, and as Surya said, go through his first 3 lives, you will get our entire cohort over there. That's the cohort. I'm telling you right now, openly, sharing the trading secrets. That's the cohort. Go through that. If you go through my first 10 days live, I have broken down every single technique into one live so that it is easy for you. Go through that. 10 days is all you need to become the best version of yourself when it comes to communication. I've shared that. Now, by any chance, if you're not relating to it, if you couldn't connect with it, then don't join us. You will not be able to be your fullest version with us. Now, if you feel like, I am sure Yogeshwari and Surya can help me, but I have these apprehensions, reach out to us. Sit with us. Tell us, Yogeshwari, I went through this live that you did the other day. I implemented this. In fact, every single live I keep telling you. I give you a technique, I tell you to practice, and I'm telling you, comment down. Tell me whether it's working for you or not. If it's not working for you, if it's working for you, perfect. Continue. If it's not working for you, please come back. I'm there to help you. Reach out to us. We'll sit with you. We'll understand you. What is your challenge? And I can guarantee you that Surya and I will not completely neglect even the tiny bit of the challenge that you have. We'll respect it. We'll be all ears. We'll listen to you. We'll ask you, what is it that you want? Because that is what Surya is doing for me. That's what I am doing for him. I'll tell you, we'll come up with weird challenges. Very, very. If we go and tell that to outsiders, I'll tell you, they'll say, are you people grown ups? Seriously, you can't even handle this? Seriously, do you think it's a problem? Now, these are the things that we take seriously. When Surya tells me something related to this, something that can be negligible to the outer world, I'll sit with him. I'll leave everything else. I'll sit with him and I'll ask him, okay, why do you feel so? What do you think is the deepest challenge? Where is it all happening? How do you feel about it? What do you want to do about it? Now, the way I ask questions, he'll be able to come up with something that is deep inside his heart, will surface. And most of the time, Surya, correct me if I'm wrong, the root cause is not the tiny symptom that popped up. That's something way too different, way too depth, way too serious. And the moment we addressed that, things will get sorted. Right? And the one example is, Surya and I, we couldn't niche down to what is our product? What are we going to teach? We had a lot of clashes. Now, we took help from a couple of mentors. And the only thing that we got is, they asked us, okay, so you were doing this, and you learned this, you know this, okay, go and do this. We tried doing that. We were not happy about it. Either I'm not happy with the name or he's not happy with the process. We are not happy. And now we just asked ourselves, why are we not happy? Because we have 2 different polar opposite personalities. And we need to come together to bring that one thing that we want to work on. That's the root cause. The root cause is not the problem, the product. The root cause is not the niche. The root cause is we are 2 different polar opposite personalities. So if you feel the techniques that we are teaching, the skill sets, the mindsets that we are giving freely out there, if you're not related to it, DM us. I'll reach out to you immediately. Even if you tell me, Yogeshwari, I'm going to join your course, I'm ready to pay you immediately. I may not be so eager to reach out to you. But if you tell me, Yogeshwari, I'm facing this challenge because of the technique that you taught me, I'll be there quickly to help you overcome that. I'll just be the coach who will hold the space for you in order to bring out the best version for you, or in order to find out the problem. And Surya will do the same for you. Now, I believe this is how I would like to find a coach, which I have found already. Though I didn't speak to them personally, but whatever content that they shared online, it was more than enough to help me out get the results. And to take a couple of names, uh, Jasmine Alec, the very reason I'm on LinkedIn is because of him. The techniques that he taught me, I implemented it. It works like crazy, works like crazy. And then Justin Welch, I went through his first few programs about profile revamping. After that, I didn't touch my profile. It's like a sales page, landing page for me. And Alex Hormozy, the techniques about his marketing and sales, a couple of things that I implemented, crazy results. Now, I didn't speak to them personally, but I got the result. If I ever want a coach, I would get myself to that extent where I can pay them premium and get mentored by them. That is the mindset. Get the results first and then pay the coach. As simple as that. Over to you, Surya.
It's so magical that even before I could ask the fourth question, Yogeshwari has wonderfully integrated the third question and the fourth question together. So right now, that's was what we had in store to tell you. How are we connecting the dots based on our experience across the first two communities and then the next 65, the results that we got, the challenges that we faced, and then how to choose a coach, and finally what are we learning from all of this and implementing for us. Just the two little points which I just wanted to add as a follow-up thought. The first is proximity is power. The more nearer you are, accessible to the person whom you would like to learn from, in whichever capacity, the easier it gets. Now, she is very clear that if you want our help, you can reach out to us. DM, comments, uh, yeah, DM comments, and we go through all our comments and everything seriously. And we're also kickstarting our one-to-one call feature also very, very soon. We'll announce that shortly after in another couple of days, hopefully. And you can directly sit with us over a coffee chat. And that'll be something even more. Again, the reason we are doing this so that we can get to know our audience better. We've done the research, that one side of it, but we want to get to know them better so that again we can serve them better. And again, uh, once they join in, again, I have come to realize that sales and marketing is something that I enjoy. I know I do okay in it. I can help train and everything, but my obsession is customer support and customer excellence. I'm mad about it. Like I can go on and on talking to the people in a community, knowing what challenges they're facing and how can I help them to solve. That has to be the idea, like customer obsession. The customer is the centerpiece. There's a weird saying that goes in quite a few of the some of the greatest books on the planet also, which I very respectfully disagree, which is mission first, community second, me third. Please do not believe that when you are choosing a coach and a community to join, it's always me first. And as a coach, yes, mission first, community second, me third. But in this case, in order to serve the community and to serve the mission, I need to focus on that me, the me who is the ideal customer persona. That should be my obsession. And so proximity is the big thing. And second is again the whole idea of proof, not the proof of testimonials, not the proof of customer reviews. I would love to receive message, hi Surya, I saw your live number 17 where you spoke about how to self communicate. I applied this little technique and guess what I got? I really got a little bit of clarity, and the clarity that I got is I should join your coaching program now so that I can learn more of these techniques and take it to the next level. Can we hop in on a call? Now that is the biggest proof for me that you've gotten result, and only then I would love to help you more. If you've not got any results, again, all our upcoming micro courses We are launching it absolutely for free for the first 1,000 students. The first 1 week, the courses remain free. Newsletters are there. All these different things we are creating at the back end, one step at a time, so that we can help you more and more. And again, every single gap that we experienced in the 67 communities is what we are filling it in right now. We When a student hops in, I think Yogeshwari, you were beautifully telling that how you wanted to experience that little personalization once you join the community. Guess what? When anyone joins our cohort, the first thing that they fill in is the onboarding form. Unless they fill the onboarding form, you don't add them at all. The second thing, we do a one-to-one call with them. The third thing, they do a detailed 12 exercise in-depth self-discovery adventure. The world's greatest 12 tools that will help you get to know yourself deeper than you've ever have. And again, we'll keep adding more and more such lists. So all the things what we wanted for us is what we continuously are adding, and that's how we are building every single thing. Are we coaches yet? I mean, Yogeshwari is a coach, obviously, combined what 10 years of a corporate experience, and what more than, I think, 5 years, 6 years of coaching experience, talking to people. And I literally saw her do one-to-one group coaching and earning those lakhs for the companies that she served as well. I literally witnessed that. For me, I'm not positioning myself as a coach just yet. I can position myself as your facilitator is a good thing for me for now. Like, if you're in this journey, I will hold your hand from beginning till the end. I'm doing that every single day, and that's what. So that's how we close today's live. And finally, the ending words is going to be this: the problems that you are facing, you only have to be the one to solve them. The coach can guide you, help you with the right resource, the right techniques and methods, but it's you who have to do it. And that is only when you will learn the most. And that, allowing you with that opportunity to fail fast, fail forward, learn, experience that breakthrough as you learn, should be your obsession. Not just to solve the problem, but ensure that the problem never repeats itself. Yogeshwari and I, this morning itself, we were having very deep conversation on this. So, Yogeshwari, if you can just expand on this a little bit, and then I would love for you to end this episode for us with that thought.
Okay, so what should I actually expand on?
How our parents love us too much that they don't allow us to fail and learn. And how, while you decide to choose your coach and the community you want to be a part of, your failures will be celebrated. And you'll also get that space to fail fast, fail forward, learn, and grow.
Yeah, today morning, I think we had this conversation how the word love. And I would love to add that emotion wheel below in the comments. Please go through all of you. The word love has multiple spectrum to it. It can either be care, safe space, security, opening up, feeling good, protection, or it can be restriction and control under the pretext of protection, completely holding you by the choke and telling you what to do, what not to do, whether you like it or not. Over possessiveness, feeling insecure. Now, all of these things are the spectrum of the same word love. Now, our parents, what do? Just because they want to protect us, instead of creating that safe space for us to fail and learn, they control us and they decide for us. Now, when they decide for us, we take a hit. Our decision muscles completely rot. until we were thrown into the world where there is no one to decide for us anymore. And we have to take all the decisions by ourselves, and we have to take responsibilities for those decisions. And the stakes are high at this time because you have grown up. How can you make mistakes right now? Now, under the word love, if we were not allowed to make mistakes, if we were not allowed to be ourselves, share our challenges, honestly and openly, like tell that I don't like this, I can't do this, I'm not feeling it, then it's not love anymore. So if a coach is telling you that no matter what you have to follow the process, the coach may love you, the coach might have right intention, but the approach is not right for you, because you would kill your soul and you would do to get the result. Will you be able to continue that? That's a question mark. You may get a result, but you will not be able to continue it for a long time because that is not you. As simple as that. So choose a place where you can fail and learn. Choose a place where you would fall and it is safe. Choose a place where people will hold that space for you, will not look down on you and on your failures. Rather would say, okay, so this is where you have come so far. And you feel it's a failure, and it's absolutely okay. From here, this is how you can work on. Try one more time. Nothing wrong about it. Now that is a space you would want to be, and that is a space I wish for you, for all of you. With that, we are signing off for today. It started with high energy, and right now I'm leaving you with a lot of reflection and contemplation. Stay in this zone. You might feel that my voice is low. Why is she finishing it like this? Where is her energy? Where is Surya's energy? It's okay. Calm yourself down. Find yourself that right person who can hold you by your hand and walk you through. It may be us, it may not be us. That's absolutely okay. You are most important in this journey. The one who can help you find who you are, bring out that best version of you, peel the layer of you so that you can shine. That's what is the right thing for you and for us as well. So, best wishes for that. Until we meet you tomorrow, sharp at 8 with me, Coffee and Communication, 8:30 with Surya, daily life. Enjoy the day and do a lot of reflection. Bye bye.